Have you ever walked away from a conversation with a knot in your stomach, replaying every word in your head, wondering why you felt so small? Maybe it was a boss who spoke over you in a meeting, brushing off your idea only to repeat it 5 minutes later as their own. Maybe it was a friend who disguised a cutting insult as a playful joke, saying, "Can't you take a joke?" the moment you looked hurt. Or maybe it was a family member whose condescending tone subtly reminded you that no matter how much you achieve, you will never be enough. In those moments, your body experiences a spike of adrenaline. Your heart beats faster. A wave of heat rushes to your face. Your instinct screams at you to do one of two things. Either you explode in anger, which immediately gives them an excuse to label you as emotional or unreasonable, or, more commonly, you freeze. You force an awkward, appeasing smile, nod along, and swallow the disrespect. Both reactions are a trap. When you get angry, you feed their desire for power. When you shrink, you teach them that suppressing you comes with zero cost. Suppressing another human being is rarely about strength. It is almost always a cowardly defense mechanism used by people who lack genuine self-worth. They cannot rise on their own merit, so they try to lower the ceiling on everyone around them. The goal is not to win an argument or change their personality. You cannot change a toxic person. The goal is to make yourself psychologically impossible to suppress. Here are 5 practical, quiet tactics you can start using today. Tactic 1. The neutral clarification. Mirror. People who undermine you rely heavily on plausible deniability. They rarely insult you directly. Instead, they use sarcasm, passive-aggressive jokes, and subtle digs. This allows them to inflict damage while pretending their hands are clean. When someone drops a backhanded comment or a disrespectful joke, do not laugh politely and do not get defensive. Instead, hold steady eye contact, keep your facial expression completely neutral, and ask a clarifying question. What was the intention behind that comment? Or simply, could you explain what you mean by that? When you ask someone to explain an insult, the joke instantly dies. A disrespectful joke only works when it is met with nervous laughter or defensive anger. When you shine a bright, calm light on it and ask for an explanation, you force them to explain their disrespect out loud. Watch how fast they stumble, stammer, and backpedal. "Oh, I didn't mean anything by it." You didn't shout. You didn't argue. You simply held up a mirror and let them see how ugly their behavior looks in the light. Tactic 2. The 3-second strategic silence. When someone tries to overpower you by interrupting you, speaking in a condescending tone, or trying to rush you, they are expecting an immediate reaction. They want to see you flustered, apologetic, or defensive. Your most powerful weapon in that moment is silence. When someone finishes a disrespectful sentence, do not speak immediately. Look directly into their eyes, take a slow breath, and count 3 full seconds in your head. 1. Well. 3. Silence is agonizing for dominant personalities. It strips away their momentum. In those 3 seconds, the entire psychological pressure of the room shifts from you back to them. The silence communicates a silent, devastating message. Your words did not rattle me. I am choosing when to respond, not reacting to your bait. When the 3 seconds are up, respond calmly at half your normal speed. Are you finished? As I was saying, by slowing down your pace, you reclaim the tempo of the interaction. Tactic 3. Shift from requests to if-then boundaries. Notice how most people try to set boundaries. "Please stop talking to me like that," or "Why do you always interrupt me?" These are not boundaries, they are emotional pleas. And when you plead with someone who wants to suppress you, you give them the power to grant or deny your request. A true boundary does not tell the other person what they can or cannot do. A true boundary defines what you will do in response. Use the simple formula, if you do X, then I will do Y. For example, if you continue to raise your voice, I will end this conversation and step out of the room. If you interrupt me again, I will leave this meeting and we can continue over email. If this topic is brought up, I will not participate. Notice the shift. You are not asking for their permission or begging for respect. You are stating a clear, non-negotiable consequence. And if they cross that line, you do not argue. You calmly execute the consequence and walk away. Tactic 4. The Grey Rock and Information Diet Protocol. Manipulative people do not just suppress you through words. They gather ammunition. They remember your insecurities, your dreams, and your private struggles, only to weaponize them against you when you least expect it. If you must deal with a toxic coworker, boss, or family member on a daily basis, put them on an immediate information diet. Become what psychologists call a grey rock. A grey rock is dull, uninteresting, and emotionally unresponsive. When they ask about your life, give short, factual, boring answers. How was your weekend? It was fine, thank you. Just caught up on chores. What are you working on lately? Just regular projects. Do not share your hopes, your fears, your dating life, or your future goals. When they realize you are no longer providing emotional drama or personal leverage, their interest in targeting you will naturally fade. Tactic 5. The Unwanted Gift. There is an ancient story of the man who approached the Buddha and spent hours shouting insults trying to break his serenity. The Buddha listened quietly without saying a word. When the man ran out of breath, he asked, "Why don't you get angry? Don't my insults hurt you?" The Buddha calmly asked him, "If you buy a gift for someone and that person refuses to accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The man replied, "It still belongs to me." "Exactly," said the Buddha. "You have offered me your anger and disrespect, but I choose not to accept it. It remains entirely yours." When someone tries to suppress you, realize that their cruelty is never a reflection of your worth. It is a confession of their own internal misery and insecurity. Happy, confident people do not spend their days trying to make others feel small. When someone hands you a box of disrespect, you do not have to carry it home. You can look at the box, leave it on the floor, and walk away light and unburdened. You cannot stop people from attempting to suppress you, but you have total power over whether you let their behavior dictate who you are. Stand tall in your quiet confidence. Speak slowly. Guard your peace. If these quiet reflections brought you strength today, take a deep breath and subscribe to the Gentle Mind. You are far stronger than you know,